All right, all right, all right. Round two, for real this time.
All right, all right, all right.
Oh shit. Okay, so I'm a little special ed and trying to figure this out. But I think we got somewhere now. So let's give this a shot. I'm going to share screen with audio, hopefully. And yeah, like the way that looks. So now let me go history because I wanted to. No. What am I doing? Not my channel? No, not my channel. You're dumb. Latest. Where's my previously watched on the desktop? There it is. It's got to be it. Okay. So I wanted to watch this video, and for any of the people that are probably going to yeah, sorry about all that. For any of the people that are probably going to tune into my stream, they may or may not know who this enchanting creature is. This is a goof from Ohio. Hey, Roger, what's going on, man? This is a goof from Ohio called Cyrax. Chance Wilkins is his name. And he, unfortunately, appreciates some bad stuff. He's I don't know. He hasn't been convicted of being a pedophile, but he has openly admitted to being one. And so this is a new video. I don't normally watch Steve from Machete Squad, but this was a new one, and it's he quits. Cyrax quits YouTube 1/30/24. Don't believe that because Cyrax has quit YouTube 9,000 times, and I've only been watching the dude for a couple years now. And he's quit YouTube 500 times at least. So I wanted to sit down and sort of run through this one and see what he's got to say this time.
It's Steve from Machete Squad.
There we go.
Doing it, a wolf, Bat Rat, Spiral, J, Uncle D. What's up, Mr. Vibe Check, Mrs. Moody Wilkins? We got a lot.
On the 13th of November, 2022, a bomb.
Yes, a diaper swiper indeed. He's really a piece of shit. I mean, to be honest with you, it's bad. It's bad to say bad things about people, but dude really is a piece of shit.
Hey, how you doing, it, a wolf, Bat Rat, Spiral J, Uncle D. What's up, Mr. Vibe Check? Mrs. Moody Wilkins. We got a lot of people already.
Let's get to
Sorry if I don't
the
say
meat
hi
of
to
it.
everyone.
Let's
We
get to the
have
meat.
a new Cyrax. Let's just get right into
we
it.
go.
Let's check it out.
Hello.
Ohio, Akron, Ohio is where he's at. He unfortunately isn't too far from some of my siblings. I don't fear for their safety though. Because they're all older than me and I'm almost 40. But nevertheless, they live relatively close to the little goblin.
Oh, YouTube.
What the fuck just happened? Oh, this fucking thing. Come on, seriously.
Hello, YouTube.
Okay.
You know who this is, and I am not going to play nice. I am going to tell the honest to God fucking truth, and I don't give a fuck who likes it and who doesn't like it. And you want to know why?
Dave Chappelle. You mean like love to make fun of him or like interested in him?
Because after this video, I am retiring
What's up, Drunk Circle? How are you doing?
as a YouTuber for good. Not because you guys pushed me off the platform, no. Because I realized
Hold up now. Dave Chappelle lives in Ohio? Question mark?
something over the last couple of days of thinking about everything since everything went down. And I realized I don't need to be on a platform where there's a bunch of fucking pedophiles and pedophile supporters and neo-Nazi terrorists. I don't need that. I'm better off without it. So
That's wild. That blows my mind. Dave Chappelle's from fucking Ohio. That's wow.
Yeah, I do find it kind of funny how he goes to a new YouTube account after his other accounts were shut down and makes a 15-minute video announcing he's done with fucking YouTube, as if we didn't know it was all just for fucking attention, Cyrax.
kick things off, we're going to start off with you, Jonathan Bruce Tibbets. You, my friend, are a fucking pedophile supporter and a lying sack of shit and a fucking scumbag. Now, let's go over the things that you've done right and the things that you've done wrong. Things you've done right. Got me away from the trolls. That's one. Second thing, showed me that I don't need.
That's well. I mean, I don't know. Like my I have my oldest, my two older brothers, and then two of my three older sisters live in Ohio. I mean, they don't really complain about it. But the only thing they complain about is like how cold it gets there, because I think they live up by whatever Great Lake is up there. That's the only complaints I've ever heard. It seemed like a nice place.
Scumbags like you or your friends. That's the two things that you've done for me. Now, for the things you've done wrong. One, you lied to my face.
Is it Erie? I wasn't too sure which one of them was there. It was it was either Erie or Superior, but I didn't want to be a douchebag and like throw one out there and have it be wrong.
Two, you recorded me without my fucking permission or knowledge. Third off, you forced me to call myself a fucking pedophile.
No, Cyrax, he didn't force you to do that. You did that as a last-ditch attempt to get your last enabler back on your side, and now you fucking regret admitting that, and you're trying to be like, oh, he forced me to do that because he's the real scumbag. Cyrax, you are the scumbag. Tibbs is a fucking scumbag too, but you are absolutely a scumbag who admitted to everything you fucking are, and you can't go back on it now just because you dislike that you did that.
Now that third one, we're going to talk about, boy. That third one we are going to talk about. Here's why, little boy. And yes, I call you a little boy because, yeah, you may be an adult, but you act like a fucking child. Now, that third one we are going to talk about quite a bit. You sat there and lied, Tibbs. First off, you lied. Saying you weren't recording me when you actually were, you fucking idiot.
You know, Cyrax, I've said it before, I'll say it again. Other people doing things wrong does not mean that you get off scot-free for all the shit you did. Whether or not he was allowed to record you doesn't mean that what you admitted is not fucking true.
So you did lie.
For real, the little goblin's pissed off because he got fucking caught. He straight up told this Tibbs dude that was supposedly his fucking best friend in the world that he was a pedophile because he finally fucking raked it out of him. And then like less than 30 minutes later, after they got done talking about this stupid shit, he goes on his kick stream and starts bitching and crying about how he just lied and none of it was true. He just told Tibbs that to get him to shut the fuck up and leave him alone. Piece of shit.
The third one. We're going back to the third one here, but I wanted to put that first one out there. Third one. You forced me to call myself a fucking pedophile. You fucking loving little. You loving.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of squeaking in this for about the first 10 minutes. He's pretty free with that P word, so I hope you like the squeaky sound effect because it's gonna happen a lot.
Little bitch. You forced me to call myself a pedophile. And I quote this by you in your words, Tibbs. Your words, motherfucker. Before you even streamed on your channel. And I quote, either I come onto your channel and admit that I make pedophile, or you are going to help my former dad and his wife.
I like how he slows down here because he realizes that like the only thing he can say is that you're gonna help my dad and his former wife show what a horrible person I am. That's what it's what you're about to say, and you realize that, and you're gonna try and fucking pull it back and say something else.
Sue me and my family for defamation of character and slander.
Yeah, because that's what you did.
Those were your words, Tibbs. Those were your words, boy, not mine. Those were your motherfucking words, pal, not mine. You lied to me, and you stabbed me in the fucking back. Oh, and just for the record, Tibbs, a real pedophile actually goes out and goes after little.
Cyrex, you openly admitted to sending dick pictures to like two 14-year-old girls. What the fuck are you talking about?
That's not true, Cyrax. You are a PDF based on everything you've done. Just because you haven't met up with a kid and destroyed their life, thank fucking God, does not mean you're not a monster. It's a stupid argument.
Kids in the real world. A is not somebody that you fucking catfish on the internet. Oh, and don't go around thinking like, oh, but what if it was a kid? No, it's not a matter of what if it was a kid. That don't fucking matter. The fact is, it was a grown-ass fucking adult, not a fucking child, you stupid fuck.
No, what matters is that you thought it was a child. That's really everything. It doesn't matter there was an adult on the other end. You thought you were talking to a children. You thought you were talking to a child, and you fucking tried to send your penis to what you thought was a child. It's fucking, that's everything about it, you idiot.
Therefore, by default, I am not a pedophile. I am not what these people call me. If anything, you're a supporter. I mean, Tibbs, you saw my records. My records don't lie, motherfucker. You saw my public record. Records don't lie, boy.
Just because you, Chance Wilkins, are not on the pedophile registry doesn't mean you shouldn't be. Okay?
Records do not lie. All you and your friends are, including Wayne Gloryhole, all you guys are a bunch of motherfuckers that love to catfish people for fun because you don't have lives.
William didn't do that. If you paid attention to your own fucking life, you would actually know who did that to you. But you're too fucking stupid to pay attention to your own fucking life.
Because you're bored as fuck. And Tibbs, I'm going to tell you right now. How do we know that it wasn't you pretending to be that fucking kid that catfished me?
Because Wings 007 admitted it was him, you stupid fuck. Like, seriously, pay attention to your own fucking life and you would have these fucking answers.
I mean, it seems pretty odd that you would sit there and say, hey, don't do this. And then all of a sudden, as soon as I get catfished, you all of a sudden know about it before I even say anything. Seems pretty odd, don't it, Tibbs? Like my friend in our group chat said, how do we know that wasn't you pretending to be the kid, motherfucker?
Because someone else admitted it to being them, you stupid fucker.
You stupid fucking idiot.
Yeah, you stupid fucking idiot.
And Tibbs, I did my research on people like you over the last couple of days, and it is a proven fact that 9 times out of 10, people like you that have sex dolls are either A, sexually active and can't get a girlfriend, which there's nothing wrong with that, or B, you have a lot worse shit going on, like some fucking shit.
That just doesn't make any fucking sense whatsoever, Cyrax. You're just like making up random shit to try and bring down the one person who ever. Well,
all right. We're gonna skip ahead a little bit. His audio is always garbage, by the way. I don't know. I can't do anything for the guy. He claims to be some kind of like audio engineer and know how to make shit sound good, but his audio sounds like he's got like a sock over his microphone. I don't know what the fuck that is.
hang out with a keyword. I don't want anything to do with Cyrax. This is
supporters deserve to die. Therefore, you yourself deserve to die because you are a supporter. A piece of shit. And that you do need mental health. Which you do. You need professional mental health. Okay?
Yeah, all right. Whatever, Cyrax. All right. Moving on. What else we got? I was kind of looking through stuff at work last night, trying to like think about what I wanted to watch and talk about. I don't know, I've been watching a lot of where's the channel at? I just saw it. Real Life Lore. They do a lot of, I don't know, dude's been talking about a lot of like the war between like Ukraine and Russia and like the growing like tension between China and America. How did I find this mess? Well, so it all started a couple years ago with a guy called DSP, Darkside Phil, and he is what affectionately is referred to as a lolcow. And so I started watching DSP videos, not his videos, but the trolls that make fun of him. And that, you know, the YouTube algorithm is some kind of monster, right? And from the DSP videos, it suggested Gothic King Cobra JFS, who I don't think he put out any new videos. I'm actually subscribed to him. I like Josh. He seems like a pretty decent dude. It's funny to watch him spurg out and lose his temper and start breaking shit, you know, whatever. He is another lolcow. And from Cobra, I moved into, who was it? It might have been Cyrax. They started suggesting Cyrax videos, and I found Music Biz Marty. The gods truly sent us Music Biz Marty. That man has provided me with hours and hours and hours of content, and him and that little fucking goblin go back and forth and bitch and scream and yell at each other, call each other all kinds of names, and it's hilarious. It's absolutely hilarious. If I will say though, if you go watch Music Biz Marty streams, the ones you can still find, because a lot of them have been taken down because they violate terms of service, you will still see some shit that you probably don't want to see. And you know, I have seen these things. I feel like maybe a couple years have been taken off of my life, and I'm sort of wrestling with the idea of whether or not it was worth it. Let's see what we got here. We got Raj. Did you were in Jared's live stream last night, weren't you? I could have swore I saw you in there. Oh, my beautiful queen, Gothy. She is another. I don't know. I hesitate to call her a lolcow, but she she has also left YouTube, but then for whatever reason is scheduled a live stream for 1:45 today. I don't know. Don't ask me. So this is my boy Gothic King Cobra, and I don't know. I've watched a bunch of his like his newer stuff, and of course his live streams. Whenever I can catch them, it's hit or miss. I don't know. I genuinely do like Josh. He is a goof though. I mean, he's a goofball. Raj. Okay, so I didn't want to be the douchebag that said it. Bill Breakfix is he's a little he's kind of an acquired taste, isn't he? He's I don't know, he seems knowledgeable about what he's talking about, you know. I'm not gonna say like he's on the cutting edge of motorized bicycle shit or anything like that, but um he yeah, I just the guy didn't really rub me the right way. I don't hate him or nothing. He seems like an alright guy, but I just whenever he jumps on screen with Jared, I'm like, man, come on, bro. Uh, get Raul in there or somebody. Get where the hell's Tony at? I mean, I know where Tony's been at. He's been sick or whatever, but you know. All good, my man. It was a little bit of a ramble. I'll give you the short and skinny. Um, I do agree. Bill Breakfix is kind of an acquired taste. He's not my personal favorite either. I really enjoyed jumping into Jared's stream not that long ago, really, when it was him and Tony on camera. I fucking love Tony. I would smoke a joint and drink a beer with that man whenever he asked. If unless I was at work or asleep, Tony could call me and be like, "Hey, you want a drink?" And I'd be like, "Bro, when and where? Tell me now." you know. Uh, and Bill Breakfix seems like an okay guy. I don't want to piss on him, but yeah, he just an acquired taste. Definitely an acquired taste. Wait, what? He lied about how fast he can go. I mean, I know he's all about like I'm not a part of the speed demon group. Like I'm straight up with Tony, the Smiles for Miles. I will very happily putt down the road at 10 miles an hour and not give a shit. So I like that was always lost on me, you know. But yeah, I didn't know he was lying about how fast he could go. I don't even know why the fuck he would do that. It's dumb. It's a motorized bicycle, bro. We got like what, a half a horse or something. Like it's not that deep.
Good evening, YouTube.
So BT Dubs, this is Gothic King Cobra. This is my boy Josh. I picked a shorter video that I hadn't watched yet. We're just gonna see. It's some kind of night video. It looked like he was eating something. Yeah, we're just gonna see what he's got to say. I hadn't watched it yet, so.
But shout out to the fans who showed up to the apartment earlier to hang out. I knew them from a year ago and I completely forgot. And I'm horrible with fucking names, so I do apologize. But one of them was named Ian, and I remembered because I also have a friend named Ian. But anyways, yeah, they showed up with some Bud Light lime and a couple of the bottles broke. We got the mess cleaned up, so it's all good. And you know, I don't mind hanging out with my YouTube fans if I know you, but if I don't know you, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Oh yeah. I know, yeah, fuck sickos. I hate sickos more than I like drinking beer.
Indeed, fuck sickos. That's what's up.
And we were able to save like 7 of the bottles. They're in that pack that's broke, so it's all good. You know what I'm saying? Fucking, they took one with them, and yeah, it was a nice little treat to always hang out with my fans. I'm always down to hang out with my YouTube fans. You know, I like what I'm doing on YouTube. But yeah, I want to say thank you to the fans for all your amazing support. It's chilling like rockstar villains. I had like a couple screwdrivers to hydrate with the orange juice, and there ain't no.
Yeah, a couple screwdrivers out of like the 4 gallons of vodka somebody sent you for no reason at all.
Wrong with that. That's enough screwdriver for the evening. Let's stick these back up. I've already polished off like half of that bloody 6-pack that they left me, and that was most definitely what's up. I didn't mean to like rush their company, but I was about to go to bed and feeling a bit under the weather, and I don't want to get them sick. And then I drank like 3 beers and a couple of screwdrivers, and I'm like, oh yeah, that'll do it. I don't drink as much when I'm under the weather, of course, but I'm going to sleep pretty good tonight, I think. And I met them a year ago and completely spaced it, but when they showed me the video they filmed on their social media page, and how it's got like the guitar shredding videos are like 50,000 plus likes, I'm like, that's pretty sweet. Apparently, they were celebrating a birthday, and so I was chit chatting on one of my buddies' live streams, so they figured they'd stop by, and I'm cool with that. See, if I know who you are and you're legit, yes, but I'll get people who fucking show up and they have, you know, I have no idea who they are, but they're just like, cool, you know what I'm saying? So that, like, if you're a legit fan, cool. I'm always down to hang out with my fans. But you know how that could be, and this is no disrespect to anyone, man. It just gets a little sketchy for me personally, but you know, it's all good, man. We sitting here drinking some Bud Light lime, chilling like a rockstar villain. And I do need to go to sleep. I've been sleeping and sweating like crazy, and it's definitely helping.
I've been sleeping like crazy because that fucking cat that bit you on the finger probably gave you some kind of weird ass disease, bro.
Hope you're all having a beautiful night, and cheers.
All right, what do we got next? Let's get into some gearhead shit. I don't know what who I got. Let's see. We got old Roger there. That was the stream you did the other morning. So you oh, did you get your engine in yet, man? That's old Mike Miller there. He's a good old boy down in Texas. I'm pretty sure that's Mike. Yeah.
All right, guys. Here's an update on the Athena and the bike. Still working on it. You can see, as you can see from the cable. Oh, isn't that pretty? Had to do.
That's a sweet ass bike, man. I don't like the. I don't know. I'm not much for the what you call it, the in frame tanks or whatever. It's just a personal like aesthetic thing for me. But they're awesome looking bikes. I can't hate on them. You know,
some modifications. These frames come with a little bracket down there, and as you can see, that one's been bent. That's my doing. It's because they put it on there crooked because they have no quality control over there in China. They just weld it on any way they want. If I wouldn't have done that, I wouldn't have got it in. Then I had to put an extra little spacer back here. Down right in there. Anyway, she's coming along. Don't y'all like that chrome MZ65? Oh, yeah. I didn't paint this one. She's coming right on along, guys.
So the one thing, these exhausts, right? These flip up to the expansion tank exhaust. I've never ran one. But do they like? I've heard a couple of dudes like burning their legs on them. Like, are they bad for that or what?
See y'all at Kevin's shop tonight. See, I still got to fix the top of there, put a vent. Y'all have a blessed one. All right, guys. Here's another.
Never burnt your leg on one. I don't know. That's just some bullshit that I heard. I think I've only heard it from like one or two dudes anyhow. So I didn't know. I don't personally like the way they look. For me, you know, like I don't feel like that's so okay, so full honesty, I would 100% burn myself on that. Just cuz I don't know. But you know, I mean, they do look good within like on those bikes, the in-frame tanks. They, for whatever reason, look okay on those. But you sent a link. Well, where's that at? I don't see no link, bro. Send me, try, I don't know, try and send, where'd you send it? Yeah, I've seen those. Well, no, because mine's got the flexi tube back to the expansion tank that goes under, that runs under. Oh, so you talked about BBF on a video then? Is that what it is? Well, if you did, let's see, I'm subscribed to you. Let's go to your channel. Well, how long ago was it? I'm on your channel now. What's the title? Well, that little thing looks wild.
I just want to give a shout out to some people I'm subscribed to. Got some great information. Anything about 101. Guys, they do it all. Mopeds, bikes, motorcycles.
Don't
changing clutches,
follow the
changing engines,
idiots off the cliff.
anything.
Let's see what we got. Is this some clickbait, bro? If this video's clickbait, I'm gonna be salty. You had a thumbnail. Ooh, you had a thumbnail. Look at that. That looks like a neat little machine. Anyways, don't follow. Don't follow people off a cliff. Do bite your tongue. That's a little bit of a spicy title. What's it? Well, I don't see nothing about don't follow. Is it on your shorts? We don't pull punches. Oh, well, I don't blame you for wanting to take it. That looked like a neat little thing, man. Fred the cat. Cat videos are always cool. What's going on?
Up here, they're like, damn man, that cat walks with you up like that. Up here, they're like,
You should be able to, man, I wish I was more computer illiterate. Shouldn't you could be able to like control F, don't follow? Oh, motorized bike wiring. Don't follow idiots. Oh, well, shit. I probably passed it then. Let's see. It's not on your shorts. It's on your videos. Let's see. Motorized bike roads. Hey, Mike. How's that doctor's appointment going, man? Hopefully everything's good. Where are we at? Oh, no. Hang on, guys. I'm a retard. I gotta share the screen again. All right, we're back. Right? Hopefully. Okay. Motorized bike warning. Don't follow idiots. Take another sip of my drink. I have found it. Are are all three of us ready?
What's going on out there, Bike Land? Good morning, everybody, YouTube. Yeah, just wanted to add one other thing. Doing a safety video thing today. Got this video in front of me. Sorry, the camera's kind of screwy. So we got an LED headlight at 12,400 lumens. I just got done talking to you guys about modifications and serious nonsense upgrades to your bikes. Let's go over here and look at the average headlight lumens for a car from high beam to low beam is 2,400. Now, I don't know if anybody's ever blinded you going down the street with their high beams on, but don't be a moron. You know, that's all I can say. I'm just going to leave it at that. If you want to get yourself killed or send yourself off the road or cause somebody else to have an accident,
Roger, my man, homie, bro. Wasn't this the? Am I confusion? Well, I thought this was the one about BBF faking how fast he can go. Question mark.
and be an idiot. That's why I don't follow these guys out there. I might not have all the answers, but I'm definitely not going to lead you down the wrong path. Keep your head on a swivel, as Mouse says, and Godspeed, friends.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes way more sense. Yeah, no, I come to think of it, because I am very much a tard that doesn't know what he's doing in most things in life. I put oh shit, what did I put? Was it like, I think I put 1,000 lumen light, like wired 1,000 lumen LEDs onto my bike, the 4A, and I wasn't able to get them working off of the 6-volt system that is on the engine. So I was just going to try and upgrade the volt output. Will that, in your experience, will that like never work? Should I be looking to move to something else? Mike, for sure. That was like the problem that I ran into immediately. Was I was robbing too much spark from the bike for it to even start, and so that's why I was looking to upgrade the magneto and the coil or whatever. But I mean, if no matter what I do, slash aside from putting, a rectifier, a stator, and a battery on it, I'll just get rid of the lights. It's not that important to me, I mean, hang on. I think you can. I think I can actually. Let me see here. I can invite you to my stream, right? I should be able to send this link to your guests so you can also share. Copy, right? And then I want to paste in the chat. Boom. Hey, there you go. It worked. Hey, there's the man.
What's up, bud?
What's
Sorry
going
I'm
on?
laying on the couch being a putz.
Oh, no apologies, man. It's early in the morning. The only reason why I'm as lively as I am right now is because I done worked all night.
Yeah, I get it. I'm a second shift guy too. I gotta go in later today.
Ew.
So about build break fix, he has a lot of good information. He's kind of an asshole. He only helps certain people that he wants to help, and there's been guys, including myself, that are about, hey, you got a fucking lathe. Could you help me make this part or something? And he won't even respond. He did a video a while back. I'm not sure if it's even still posted, but he had all the dynamics listed at the end of it, supposedly, the gear ratio and everything. And the way that he put it on there, it was with 29 inch tires. You can't, for a full size frame bike, you can't even get 29-inch tires on a felt faker frame, to my knowledge. I may be saying that.
Isn't the normal like standard size tire? Well, no, it is.
It's a 26-inch.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
So the point being, said all that to tell you, in this video, he shows himself doing like 60, 65 miles an hour. And everybody in the fucking community was calling him out. You're full of shit. You didn't do that. You could tell the video was fake. And there's this guy, Mouse Bikes, who changed his channel name. I was on there and he came on and I like called him out, and fucking he finally admitted, like, yeah, I lied. I did it to get more subscribers. It's like, well, if you
What
want
the
to
fuck,
help,
bro?
if you want to help people and you're lying to get more subscribers, how is that helping anybody? And you're
Yeah,
giving a bad name to everybody in the community.
right.
That video I did, it was a short. It was. I put a light on my bike, and he's like one of these guys back then. We were kind of friends, and like anything I do, though, you have to do it fucking better. You know what I mean? And so I put this fucking lighting system on, and the next thing you know, it's like, oh, well, I've got this fucking light. And then that's when I put that video up. Like, you're a fucking moron. A car headlight on fucking full blast is 4,000 fucking lumens or something. You're telling people to put 11,000 fucking on your bike. That's ridiculous.
Well, see, that's what I was saying is because I'm pretty sure the front headlight and then the tail light that I wired on the 4A, they're like, I mean, they're not thousands or whatever, but I think it was like 1100 lumen.
Yeah.
but it's a 12-volt system, and
Oh,
those.
so 1100 lumens, fine. I'm not. He put it was 11,000 lumen or something.
I don't know. I'd have called bullshit on that right away.
Yeah, but the point being is like, I don't care. I've stopped. I mean, I think he's even subscribed to me. I give the guy credit for that. I'm not knocking what he does. It's just I found like it just rubs me the wrong way ever since then. Those couple of incidences and
Right. Well, that's like I said. I mean, he seems like he has a fairly good idea about what he's talking about, And I mean, almost everyone knows way more than I do. I'm just a goofball fucking stuff up in his garage.
yeah, I don't know it all either, bro. I'm not saying I'm a professional. I know a lot and I try to help people. If you're interested in the lighting aspects of it, Doc, my best advice to you is to go into my playlists. Under my there's different categories there. There's like reed valve repair. There's how to build a motor. There's basic safety tips, common tips for repair. There's a section in there about wiring and lighting, and I've done my best with that. I don't know it all, and I've had some help, but I have a video on how to add the secondary stator coil in there, and I wish I was getting paid for this because it's got like 6,000 views.
Well, we all wish we were getting paid for it.
No, I mean, to me, it doesn't. I never even thought I'd have enough subscribers to even go live, man. I don't know.
For real,
Changed all that over the years that you can just go live now. But when I started, I think you had to have like 50 subscribers or something. And the whole point of me even wanting to have that was just so that, like, right now what we're doing, like, hey, I can help you. I know the answer to that question. I can do a live video to show you what I know, and you can try to copy it, basically, whatever you want to call it.
I did. I mean, so I actually have an idea. I would like to use now. Jared, I don't know. Last year at some point, he come at me, and I mean, Jared's a good dude. I love Jared, but he come at me because I was trying to put a jack shaft kit on the 4A, and he was like, "Oh, you're gonna run into all these kinds of problems," and he was very correct. Like, I did run into all those problems, but I do want to try and build sort of like more of an off-road kind of motorized bike, and I think a jack shaft kit would be perfect for that because you could start out in your super low gear.
Yeah. No, there's nothing wrong with that. If you want to do it, try it, man. I know there's a couple of guys. They're not they're not real popular, but over the years, there's been some guys that have put them on bikes, and they seem to work really well.
Do you have any personal experience with them?
I don't. Actually, no, that's a lie. Years and years back, and I want to say this is probably around 2003, 2004, somewhere in there. It was after I lost my daughter. I was going through drug addiction, depression.
Oh man, I'm sorry to hear all that stuff.
No, it's all right. Well, I didn't lose her as in like death, but I raised her for 4 years. Her mom had postpartum depression. The state just gave her back, and I was doing everything I was supposed to. And
well, okay. At least that's not the worst.
Yeah. But so I've been digging around this whole time, Doc. I'm gonna try to put this over the phone so you can see it here. This little guy, and I have.
Was that a little Magneto?
Yeah, I have links in those videos I was telling you about. I'm not sure exactly which one it is, but what you do is that goes in with your other Magneto on the magnet, your stator.
Well, so like it's a secondary system.
Yeah, so that also produced. I don't know exactly. You know what? To be honest, I want to say they're roughly maybe like 8 volt, but so you can run those. I don't know if you could run them in tandem. If you knew enough about wiring, you could probably put both of them together and then you'd have a stronger spark itself directly if you wanted to do that. But basically what that does is that gives you two leads or live wires, so you can run one to keep your CDI separate, and then the other one you run your lights to. My bikes down in Puerto Rico had given me the link at some point in time to these headlights. They're off of a Jeep, I think. I have one here I can show you. Just an LED thing, and I want to say this is somewhere around 600 or 800 lumens. It's a pretty good. It allows you to really see, but it's not overpowering. And that's what I had on my setup with that that little magneto. At one point in time, I've run several different lighting systems, and what I've found over the years, Doc, is basically a lot like flashlights and other.
Your sound dropped out. Uh-oh. Did I mute something? I can't hear you, bro. Oh, no. Scuff stream. Scuff stream. Roger. Roger. I can't hear you. I still can't hear you. Quick, Mike, type in the chat. Nobody can hear him. I don't know. Can you? Type in the chat. Nobody can hear him. Oh, well. Oh, where'd he go?
You still there?
I am. What the hell happened, my man?
I tried to click off this to see if I could send you a link while we were talking.
Listen, you were laying down some gospel, some truth, and then it just cut out.
Yeah. So anyway, like I said, my suggestion to you, just to get a start, it's not all my videos. I tried to put in other things that I've found that are helpful. But if you go into my playlist and go under the lighting and wiring section, you could definitely find a tip on how to install that properly, and a current eBay link for it, because I guess at some point in time during the year, so many people were buying them and it sold out, and I had to find another link to actually post so people could locate them.
Well, I mean, I got a 12-volt magneto coming. I didn't get the coil just because I was like, well, do I necessarily need to replace the coil as well? But you do, don't you?
Well, quick question: where did you order it from?
It was the YD100 kit off of Amazon. So I got the coil and the magneto and everything all together.
Okay. To my knowledge, sir, and I may be wrong, there's no such thing as a 12-volt for bikes. You can go, there's a company that if you go on eBay and look up Catnip CDI, they also do sell
You're muted again, Raj. Did you try and send me another link? Can't hear you, man. Oh, well. Sadness. Absolute. Oh, wait, hang on. Are you back?
I'm back.
Yes.
Okay,
Okay.
good. Yeah, when you said I was muted and it wasn't muted on my screen, I just logged out and logged back in. I had a phone call that probably screwed it up.
Oh yeah.
Um,
So catnip, what?
Catnip CDI. If you look that up on eBay, that same seller also has a 12 volt quotation marks box.
Are they not actually 12-volt? Is that the quotation?
To the best of my knowledge, the most that you can test those with a
Like an ohm meter or whatever?
yeah, you're gonna get maybe 8 or 9.
I
Volt.
suppose that's close enough, right?
I mean, yeah. I don't. Again, it's just something that I really don't know that much about. There's a guy that I've followed and has been following me for a long time, and he hasn't really done much lately. But he is an electrician, and he rewired his thing and actually was getting 12 volts on it out of it.
Yeah.
And he had, I think he had some type of a rectifier or something, possibly. So maybe he didn't rewire it. Maybe he put the rectifier on it for like an electric.
Yeah, that would make sense because the rectifier would convert the voltage to
and add it up to where.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's actually not a bad idea.
God, yeah, see, and I had that thought too. I was like, well, I know I could get to where I'm trying to go if I just add a rectifier, some kind of charging system that would convert, DC to AC or whatever, or vice versa. But I didn't want to do that. I wanted I wanted the 4A to be like super bare bones, like something that would have been made well before pre W1. Like I'm talking about 19 teens, 19. Yeah, I love that old shit, man.
Yeah, like an old Wizard or something like that.
Yeah, I wanted it to look like it rolled right out of that era, just untouched by time. Here it is as it was. I mean, it's a dream or whatever, but
no, I get it. There's nothing wrong with that. So, damn, I'm out of Keurig. Gotta get to the store.
Keurig.
Yeah.
Ew.
Coffee addiction.
I mean, I like my coffee, man. Don't get me wrong. I love my coffee, but I just do like if I don't get it made by somebody else, I wind up brewing my own sludge because I don't really know how to make coffee. As simple as it is.
I am a caffeine, that's for sure. Fiend for the caffeine.
Mine's the energy drinks. I don't have to have one, but man, if I got the choice to get one, I'm damn sure gonna.
Yeah. No, I feel you. I was just actually, it's funny where you were asking me about the motor. I've been staring out the window for like 3 days. I just watched this video. A friend of mine over in England, his name's Mark. His channel's called MLJ JAI. And he does he's done gas bikes, but he switched over to making his own electric bikes.
No shit.
And he's got this insane fucking build right now, bro. I wish I could like somehow get on a chat with him and actually have him help me with like the whole what can you actually do. Right. His I think the engine he had, or the motor, I guess, yeah, it's a motor, not an engine.
Right, yeah.
I don't want to lie to you, but it's insane. It's nothing that you could get out of the box.
Well, I would imagine, I'd imagine that those electric guys actually kind of have a leg up on us, gas powered goofballs, is because they can put an engine, quote unquote engine, so a motor. They can put one on each wheel.
Yeah, you could.
So it's like an all-wheel kind of just thing.
What I've never understood about that whole concept. Okay, so like you'll build some guys. There's another guy that I follow that does electric bikes, and he actually has explained this stuff in great detail. He's out of New Zealand. Tristan McNabb, I think is his name. If you want to try to find that, and I'm sure just look under who I'm subscribed to or whatever, you'd be able to locate it. but he's built bikes out of washing machine motors, all kind of stuff. But and he breaks down, hey, this is what you got to do. These are the parts you need. This is how to wire it and everything. But shit, where was I even going with that?
You ain't made it there yet. I don't know.
Oh Lord. Oh, so watching him and thinking, like, in my head, listen, I really don't know that much. I know the alternator produces the spark, it turns it, whatever, it makes it go. Like you were saying with the front wheel and the back wheel, if you were to reverse the polarity on the front and have an alternator with that and have the other one on the back powering it, you should actually be reverse charging or actually charging. It might not
also have like an infinite loop, like you would never run out of energy.
Right. It wouldn't be infinite, but it would give you fucking like so much, like I wanted to say unlimited power basically. Because
Well, I mean, yeah, if you could effectively charge the bike faster than draining the bike by running the bike, it would be infinite as long as you had it on.
Right. I don't think that's possible. But just that nobody that I know of has even done a setup like that is really wild in my mind. So that's when, like, when you say, well, they've got a leg up on us on that. I guess they don't. I think the best bet would be putting a motor on a bike and having an engine on a bike too. So you could run out of gas and then use your electrical.
Wasn't there? I could have sworn there was a fellow that had done that. He was a gasoline, 2-stroke or 4-stroke, whatever, but then the front wheel had an electric engine or motor.
Yeah. No, and you were asking me, I'm sorry, I get fucking ADD so bad. Years back when I lost my daughter, my dad and I built a bike. Well, I was doing the gas bikes back then anyway, but we put one together. It was one of the first hub wheel bike, motors that came out. And I had the electric and the gas on at the same time. And I also had a jack shaft on it. And I had no problems with it all. It was a pain in the ass. It didn't come with any directions. I think I put it on wrong and had to take it all apart. And then it was missing parts, like bolts or some little thing. And we had to,
That's not too surprising.
Yeah. But I know they've come a long way. And I'm sure they're just fine. If you wanted, what is it? Oh, Healy Science. I believe he's done one. He got away from posting videos about the bikes, and he's doing a lot of video game shit. But if you go back, I want to say it's Healy Science. In his older stuff, he ran a bike with a jack shaft on it, and he did some beautiful videos, and just changing gears and. I want to say he's like down in fucking Pennsylvania somewhere in like the Poconos, like way up in the fucking mountains where like like he was just powering through fucking hills like, that's no problem, whatever.
Well, I believe it. I mean, if you could effectively like shift a gear, you know what I'm saying? You could get it down to low gear if you were going uphill. You could get it down to a low gear where that engine would have zero problems moving you however much you weighed and the bicycle. I think necessarily the issue that most folks have with the jack shaft kit is the shifting, and I think they have problems with the shifting because they're probably doing is they're probably shifting the gear like your normal dirt bike shifter gear, and like dropping the clutch and expecting the motor to transfer to the next gear. And that, to me, I don't know if it's just like common sense to me or what, but to me, that's like, no, that's going to chew that gear up. Like, especially if the gear wasn't made to withstand the force from the engine, it's just going to eat it. That's all it's going to do.
Yep.
So I mean, I think that was the big problem that folks were running up against, is because they were shifting the gear and then dropping the clutch and then being surprised that it grenaded itself.
Yeah, I honestly don't know either, man. But anyway, listen, hey Doc, I gotta get. What's your real name? Is it Doc or is it something else?
No, all right, Jason is my first name.
Okay, yeah. Jason. Yeah, thank you for having me on, man. I gotta step off. I'm gonna try to keep listening. I hope Mike's still there. If not,
No, I believe we got a comment here. All good, going for a ride. The man's out.
Oh.
He says it's 75 degrees out. He lives in Texas, so of course it's 75 degrees today.
motherfucker. Yeah, I gotta get some stuff done here before I go to work. I gotta go check on this laundry and
for sure.
so. But yeah, man, I'll keep listening to you here. Get back to your videos or whatever you're gonna do, or if you're gonna.
Well, I appreciate you, man. And I mean, I don't know if I'll do any more pedo stuff today. We'll stay away from that.
Yeah, I have some issues with. Yeah, I'd like to. Anyway, I'm just.
Yeah, that's definitely. I hear you, man. That's kind of why I watched this Iraq stuff, is because I'm like, man, if this dude lived anywhere close to me, I don't know if I'd still be a free man.
I got a poor friend that I'm not gonna name him, but whatever. He lives up the road from me, and this guy, the people that own the building, they allow pedophiles to move in there, and the word has gotten out, and it's a larger apartment place. And I think, I don't know how many rooms there are, but I'd say if there's fucking 50 rooms, there's probably 3 or 4 guys there that aren't on a list. And he just fucking, every time he sees them, God bless him, he's like, he calls them diaper swipe or whatever. He makes open the fucking door for me, you fucking ped.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't blame folks for, wanting to give people a second chance, but man, dude.
Nah, I don't know. That's, I don't, anybody else, I would say, yeah, probably. I'm sorry. That's just, there's always the exception to the rule,
I mean, at the very least, if we can't kill them, they should all be like locked up somewhere where we can watch them.
I'm just, like I said, I got issues with that. I don't want to say anything on this, so.
Right.
But I wish more Americans did these days. So.
Yeah. Things are super weird in the country right now, for sure.
Yeah. But hey, like I said, bro, definitely check out my playlist.
Yeah. The electrical thing, for sure.
If you, I mean, you could just go on any video if you got a question, something that you want to, I'd be happy to try to make a video for you. I've done several videos for people. Hey, this is what you do, or they were struggling with something and I watched it and I made a video and then I posted the link and even maybe copied the address to them so they could watch it, But
well, I mean, look, you done messed up. You spoke to me face to face, so now I'm just gonna get on live stream and just say, Roger, let's go live.
Yeah, however it is, man. So where's this fucking mailman? Come on, bastard.
Yes.
All right, brother. You have a great afternoon. Like I said, I'll try to keep it on as long as you're on here.
You as well, man.
All right.
Yeah. Uh-oh. All right. Well, so it was nice to have a little visit from Roger. That was super cool for sure. And let's see what else we can get into. Just for what's going on. Uh-oh. Well, I know that man, I know that I just like literally told Roger that I was going to stay away from the pedophile shit. But I just, man, so I switched back to the YouTube channel, to my front page here, and there is apparently a new video about Daniel Larson. And again, folks that would possibly be watching my live stream I don't know if they would know about Daniel Larson. And man, really, to be honest with you, I don't really know about Daniel Larson. This is a locale that I have only sort of more recently started looking into. But I have, however, heard about him having some tendencies, we'll call it. That to me, that's not what makes Daniel, I don't know, interesting, for the lack of a better term. To me, it's just that he seems to freak out, like, over nothing, absolutely nothing at all. They had a video of this dude in, I think it was an Applebee's or something, and the manager asked him, "Hey, why are you just sitting here for no reason?" And he sort of is under the assumption that he's, like, rich and famous and has connections with, like, Hollywood and shit. And so he was like, "Oh, I'm meeting so and so, so and so." I can't remember the name he gave. It was some, like, America's Got Talent star. And he's like, "Yeah, I'm meeting him here for lunch or whatever." And they're like, "Yeah, no, you're not meeting that person here, for one, because there's no reservation under that name, like, for a legitimate thing. But for two, nobody knows who the hell you are. You're just some goofball sitting in our lobby." And he lost his shit. He completely lost it. He sat there and was, like, cussing at him, and like, got kind of, like, not physically violent, but, verbally violent with him or whatever, and, like, tried to assert his dominance or some shit. And then when that didn't work, he went and pulled the fire alarm, because that makes sense. And the whole time, like, when the police and the fire department showed up, they were, questioning him or whatever. He was just like, "Oh yeah, nonchalant. Yeah, this is totally a thing. I don't know what these people are talking about. I pulled the fire alarm because I got word from the FBI that these people were lying to me, and that's what I needed to do." He's absolutely insane. Yeah, we're what? I'm going through this. Oh my god. By the way, big ups to Brad Kirk. I don't know the dude, and I don't genuinely watch this channel, but he has the video, so here we go. Come on, Kirk, it's not looking good. Come on, bro. Nobody cares about socks. Okay. Listen, I want to be as nice as I can. I truly do. Like, I don't know. There's a place deep down inside of me, that I really, really would like to be a dickhead about a lot of stuff. But I don't know. I think it's a good practice in life to try and be to try and be kind, and, like, try and accept people as they come. But this is a goofy looking motherfucker. I'm just throwing that out there. Wait, hang on. Why is it not? Are you only allowed to share for so long? Anyway. I don't know, Daniel. You're not holding my interest. You're probably not holding anybody else's interest.
Enough money to sue anybody. So Clark, Grace Vanderwall sent to me. Business is about to speed up even
Whatever.
faster.
Let's see what else we got. (1:45 p.m.) Man, I am definitely not going to be awake. All right, well, oh, palette cleanser. Oh, it's not Crystal though. That man, you want to listen. You want you want to drive yourself half insane. Okay, so Crystal Station is I don't even know what to make of this lady. I really don't. I just don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't know how to act. I don't know what's going on. I just amen 15. Amen 15.
There's 3 missing. Huh? That's 26. Where's the third one?
I never took any at all, Crystal.
Yeah, you did. You said this before.
I swear to God,
last time. I couldn't remember.
Crystal only took one, and you took one. That's all.
Well, I haven't touched none.
Yes, you did. You took one at the
Yeah, only one. I'm not taking another one.
You only took one too. I did not touch none after that, Crystal. I swear to God, I didn't, Crystal. Because when they gave me the bottle, it said 26 on the bottle. That's all. And maybe they didn't give me all my. They didn't give me all. They didn't give me.
Now, these people, these very lovely people, are, to my knowledge, up around Detroit area. So Crystal talks about Lansing. It's Michigan, all the time. But I've been watching for, I don't know, like 4 or 5 months or something like that. Never once have I actually seen them in Lansing. They might be there now, but they weren't for most of when I was watching them.
All of them at all anyways, probably too.
What?
Sometimes
they did give you all.
No, they did not.
I counted them earlier. I'm not stupid like you think, like Lauren.
You didn't count them when we first got them.
Yes, I did count when I came back here.
You said it was 20, 24. You said 24, 25. What? I didn't touch them after that because I swear to God I didn't.
Miranda said you only take one during the daytime.
She said one in the daytime and I need one now.
No, because you already took one
earlier. No, that was
earlier.
in the daytime, Crystal.
Shut up, then I can count them too.
Well, you don't believe me.
Because you're lying like Keith would lie. No, I'm not stupid like you think.
I'm not like her.
That's what happened before last time. That's why you lost the vapor, right? What?
I said no, babe.
Yeah, it is.
Crystal, why you compare me to Keith? Why you compare me to him? I'm not Keith. You know I'm not him, Crystal. You compare me to that fucking retard. Sorry, people on YouTube for saying that word. I'm sorry. I'm not your brother and never will be. He's stupid. He's with that stupid person. I'm not. I want to be away from them people.
$23 in here only. You hear me?
Yeah.
23, 24, 25, 26. There's one missing, like I said. I took one. You have to, just don't remember.
Well, I only took one, Crystal.
I'm not giving you another one. That's before you can die.
No, only had one, Crystal. I know you don't believe me. They give you the bottle.
Like how there's one. 20. You're gonna mix up stuff.
Crystal, I only had one.
You don't get me.
When we was at the pharmacy, I only had one, Crystal.
You took one at the pharmacy?
No, I only had one at the pharmacy. Then I gave you one when we was walking into the parking lot. Where was it? I forgot where it was, the parking lot we was in. I gave you one out there. I didn't touch it. After that, I gave you the bottle. I swear to God, Crystal, I don't want you to believe me.
When I got here, remember, before I got here, was it in here?
You took one in here too.
I only took one, though.
I took another one.
No, I did not. I only took one. Listen, I remember I only took one. You can't tell me what I took and not took, mister.
You're right. You had the pill bottle. I never did after I gave it to you.
Mister.
Crystal, from there, you counted 24 pills, Crystal. When you got my pill bottle, I didn't touch them. I swear to fucking God, Crystal, I did not. When you're not believing me, I wouldn't lie to you. I'm changing like that one woman told me to do.
What woman?
When you told me on the phone.
Why is there one missing?
I don't know. Maybe they miscounted it and gave me the wrong. They gave me the whole 26. They're supposed to have been 30, Crystal. That I supposed to
we're going to save these for tomorrow.
You said you'll give me one more.
I said maybe if it's not late at night, but it's too late at night.
If it's late at night, you said you will. If I get
Man, I just don't know. So the Gothic King Cobra JFS, my homeboy, who doesn't know me from Adam and has never spoken to me, has a love interest. Yes. Jessica is her name. Naked and laughing. I don't know. She seems like a really normal lady, and that kind of almost makes me feel sorry for her. Like Josh is a good dude, but he man, I don't know. He's got he's got Asperger's. So he is like kind of actually a tard. And I don't necessarily mean that to be hateful. Like he's just kind of actually a tard. But he's still like a goofball. He's like super self-confident when he probably really shouldn't be. Like super self-centered when he really, really shouldn't be. But he has this lady. Who is interested in him a lot. Like a lot. I don't know, like crazy. I am a gasp, a gape. I am smitten. Well, that's probably the wrong word. I'm confusion with why this lady likes him so much, because I don't know, it just don't make sense. But in any case, she's live right now, and her comments are probably in subscribers only mode, so I can't bother her. Let's see what she's up to.
But it's like my bed is too small. I used to have a queen size bed, but I got rid of it. And instead of getting another one, I freaking downsized, which was the stupidest idea. Because I could have had plenty of room, and then all of my cats could have been on the bed. So
look, nachos. This looks like some kind of like beef nacho, bacon nacho thing, and then like extra strips of bacon on the side in case there was not enough bacon. Yeah, looks fine to me. I don't see any problems.
I love the smell of lettuce. I know that might sound weird.
I don't know what she's talking about, but
I freaking love it. I think it smells so good. Oops. Yeah, it has a smell. All right, so it's got lettuce on it. All right, now it's got sour cream on it, and I think it's done. All right, I'll be right back. Not much. I just got done making nachos with some Walmart Great Value Philly steak meat on it with lettuce and sour cream. And it's got sharp cheese, medium cheese, and Monterey Jack cheese. Well, there is bacon, but I didn't put any bacon on mine.
So good news, it's not subscribers only mode. Did I mute her, or she muted herself? Oh no. Harvest and dry tons of this is from her chat, by the way. I harvest and dry tons of catnip along the railroad and vacuum it into bricks. Wait, vacuum seal it into bricks. It looks like weed. Of course it does. It's catnip. Man. I miss Rage the most. Agrees with my comment. Thank you. Oh shit. I don't know. She's muted or something. I don't know. She's either that or not talking at all, and it's freaking me out a little bit. Yeah, really? I mean, that's a nice cast iron pan you got, I guess. This dude. Okay, so this dude in her chat, Christopher Zazzle. I was there when he got modded, and he was. If I'm thinking of the right person, this is almost 100% a troll of some sort. I mean, I don't know. Like, I wouldn't necessarily consider myself a troll, although other people probably would. Oh wait, she's back. There's noise now. Some sirens. Queen Cobra. What's going on? Run.
Oh, it's a little cold out.
Oh shit. Okay. We're outside now. Oh yeah, by the way, Raj, if you're still listening, my man, she's totally not a pedophile. I stay true to my word.
Okay. All right, I think I need to go get sandals. My feet are already cold. Hold on. But let me get a thing.
So, anyone who's out by Virginia Way, who may possibly watch this in the foreseeable future, she's in Virginia. Norfolk, Virginia is the closest airport to her. So, however many mile radius that may or may not be, she's outside right now with presumably no coat or anything. Just because she's got no sand. She said, "I'm gonna have to go in and get sandals to cover her feet." Is the cold around Virginia area different? Because I'm in Illinois, and I mean it's cold. It's not like frigid or anything, but it's cold. You know, I'm definitely not going outside barefoot.
Yeah, I'll be right back. Oh.
Riveting. But I don't have any skip juice. Oh, I do have skip juice. Oh, she's still not back. Well, okay. Come on, Jessica. How long does it take to get flip-flops or whatever?
All right, I'm back. Ugh. Oh my goodness. All right, what are we doing? Nachos in your neighbor's yard. It's not that bad outside. It's just that my feet were cold. Like the ground was cold. It's not like, I swear to God, this is like, this could also be stuff from this sweater.
I did.
I knew
So,
better than.
in case you guys can't
It
get
says it's 43 out.
my
It's really
comment
not
was,
that
my
bad out, it's
queen,
just my feet were cold.
why are you eating outside? Surely it's not comfortable. She says it's fine. She's in Virginia. How is it
Beauty
not?
Bite?
It's got to be like the same because it's on the same like longitude and
Chantal's
latitude or
not gonna like
whatever
me taking
of
her
where I'm
word
at.
though, so
But I'm in Illinois, so and I'm not gonna be outside barefoot. I don't know. You got something wrong with you.
it's honestly really not that bad out. Like, oh my God, I'm gonna die. You know, why did I wear this sweater? No, like sometimes like 43 can be cold and sometimes like not. And right now, oh my God. Right now it's not bad out at all. It's just that the ground is cold, so.
Yep, told her it's too cold. What, bro? Okay.
I think I said cobra bite and then someone else said snake bite. But yeah, I don't want to take Foodie Beauty's thing. She'll get mad at me.
And might get her channel taken down. She got Marty struck. She got Marty. So, oh, well, I didn't mean to mute her. So, to my knowledge, and now it's very, very loose knowledge, so don't really take it, take it with a grain of salt. So Marty was talking about Foodie Beauty, and I don't know anything at all about Foodie Beauty, other than, to my knowledge, she's like a fake Muslim or Islam or whatever. I don't know the religion. I don't know the terms. Don't crucify me. I'm Norse pagan. I know Odin, and that's about it. So, but this lady, I don't know. She's like kind of like really fake as fuck, from what I understand. And Marty was not even really going after her, not even really like fucking with her. He just was sort of like bringing attention to like how fake she may or may not be, ? And he, like, the FBI showed up to his house and said, hey, you should probably stop doing that. And so he did, because it's the FBI. Unless you have the equivalent of the ability that the FBI has, the capability. When they show up to your house to tell you stop, you probably just go stop. So.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm not wearing shorts. I have sweatpants on. No, I got some gray sweatpants on, and no, I'm not even lying. It feels nice outside. It's nice and blue skies with clouds out. I mean, it is a little bit windy, but the wind is not like terrible. -17 Celsius. That's crazy.
I understand.
Snake oil? No,
This
I
is
haven't.
riveting. What else we got? What else we got? So we'll keep that in our back pockets. Vince McMahon is apparently now a piece of shit. Everyone who has ever watched wrestling kind of already knew that. I don't know why it's a big news now. What we got here? What we got? What we got? What we got? I mean, we can watch some kind of shit. Let's watch some Gearhead shit, right? So we're going to my subscriptions. Still waiting on Gothy stream. Definitely not going to be awake for that shit. 2 o'clock in the afternoon. No, thank you. I will definitely be asleep by then. We check out some Archer's Garage. Archer's a good guy.
For some reason or other, it's missing a handle here, but we have this. So we can make a handle. Like I said, I'll look through my handles in a bit. All right, fellas, I checked the oil. There is some in it. This don't look bad. This don't look bad. It's not hard to take off. You got a lot of screws and stuff. There's an entryway in there. What if we just go hook up the electric start and
I'm not muted.
It's got a little fuel in it and throw some.
My bad. He's been on the snowblower kick here recently, obviously because it's winter for a lot of folks. So snowblower content would be a little bit more hot, a little bit more on top, because folks would be Googling how to snowblower bullshit. And Arch seems like a pretty in tune feller.
Ether in it. I'm going to pour some ether in there and just see if it kicks. Let me set up the camera. All right, fellas, let's just see what happens. Let me put my safety glasses on. She's probably going to it's going to shoot out of here, if anything. It's probably going to blow crap all over. That's okay. I'll stand back. It might be priming. I don't know. Get it. All right, we got it running, fellas. Let's get it on the clean line, and then I'll put it to the side. I got another machine to do first. But I think we've got everything off that we need to take off. Yeah, this came off. Okay. All the plastics will wash. It's not too bad. I mean, it's actually a pretty beefy motor. She's running, right? We just need to do a full service to it and get the carburetor cleaned out or replaced. All right, we'll be back. Let me get on the clean line. It's getting late. All right, end of the day, just cleaning up. Dora looks good, fellas. She looks real good. Real good. Let me clean up, get all this stuff in. I'm getting tired. Yeah, she's nice and clean. She was pretty nasty, huh? It was a good day for this. I still haven't got a chance to work on the van, which is a problem. Just letting it drip. Drip, drip, drip. Let it drip a little bit longer. Let me keep going.
The van, by the way, is I can't remember what year he said it was. I think it's 90s, some 90s, like maybe late 90s. Astro van. Speaking from personal experience, Astro vans were they were just amazing. They were just cool. A very capable vehicle for the engine, the body, the frame, that kind of stuff. Very, very capable for given all of those requisites. And I just super cool. I was happy. I had an 86, and I regret getting rid of it.
I want to put more stuff away. All right, fellas, being, I don't know, a week later, whatever. The only reason why I like to clean these things is, well, one, I like kids in wildlife and everything. I talk about this a lot, but they need to be clean. This thing is disgusting. I'm not working on disgusting stuff, and I can't make it nice if it's disgusting. But those two things don't go together. Oh, look at how nice what they do. Actually, you can say, oh, look at how that thing is nice and disgusting, isn't it? No, people don't buy that. Anyway, cursory inspection, as I like to clean and go over stuff, I can start to see what ain't right and what ain't right. And remember now, we did a quick little ether test, right? A little hot shot test. It's not 2-stroke, it's 4-stroke, but we got to question the oil that's in there. I think what we'll do is we know the starter motor kicks over. We want to try to get that lubricated somehow. She want to run, which means she got spark and she got compression. It is missing this handle up here. It's missing the handle that attaches to this. So we got to make that. Before we do that, we're going to want to pull the carburetor off. So this back panel does come off.
All right. I have to excuse myself to the Boy Scouts room. I'm just going to go ahead and let Arch go at it. So enjoy Arch's garage here for a few minutes.
Off a bit more because we need to get to the carburetor, so we're going to need to take this back panel off a little bit more. And everything else looks really good that I can tell. She's in nice shape. Throw it out. Somebody throw it out. Pull that back panel off. We'll get the carburetor. That we can also get the valves and the plug and everything. We get in there good. Engine displacement, 163 cc's. It's not too shabby. Assembled in China. Probably a knockoff engine. It is what it is, fellas. That's what we have. It's free. What are you going to complain? I bet you it'll run fine if we get a good carburetor, get everything cleaned up. There was a tag here, kind of get blowed off. Model number, here. I got us out. 38452. For whatever that means, we may need that. There's a choke over here. All this stuff. It's all in pretty decent shape. I think we're good to go. I'll see you guys in a bit. I got some other stuff to do today. I'll bring you back in. Mostly, I'm going to show you a little bit about where the screws, nuts, and bolts go. Some tips and tricks on how to service one of these. And then, of course, the carburetor. And we probably don't need to do anything with the valves. But we won't know until we run it. We're going to want to get that oil out. There's a little bit of oil in there, but we're going to want to run it first just to make sure. I'll see you guys in a bit. I'll bring you along for a ride. Oh, my. You got to take off. Well, the ignition. This is the primer. You got to unbolt over here. You got to bolt the pull start. You got to get all this. You got to take this guy off. You got to take the bolts out of the starter relay thing. But we get into it. Now, the other thing I want to show you is look at, this is the fuel, fellas. So that's 2-stroke oil, okay? That's what that is. So that was what was in the tank. So that might have been 2-stroke gas. And the gas burned off, right? Evaporated. But it's a 4-stroke engine. So either somebody put that in there to winterize it, which you can do. I got to take this off too. This unscrews from the back, okay, on the back of this handle. Right? That's your choke. So anyway, somebody may put it in there to winterize it, or somebody tried to run it on 2-smoke fuel. Now, you can see the plug. It's pretty carbonized. Oh, maybe it went into the carburetor and it saved the carburetor. Now I get to the carburetor. Let's get these off. We'll pull this off, and I'll bring you back in a bit. Oh, there's a tiny little bit of water or something in there. You can see it. So we got to rinse out that tank a little bit more. The throttle is jammed. So this carburetor is dead, or this is jammed. Well, I don't know. Oh, God. Yeah, let me turn this light on. Yeah, that's jammed too. So looks like the carburetor might just be gum. All right, let me try to work that loose. Oh, fellas, look at that. Oh, God. All right, I got some things to move a little bit. That's how I got it out. All right, well, I'm going to go see if I have another carburetor, but sometimes Lacathin pulls all this out. If this crud didn't, oh, jeez. If we can loosen up the crud, and you got to get the emulsion tube out. Let me play around. Let me see what I can do. That's a Hawaii carburetor. See? I might have another one of these. Oh, God, look at that. I got the jet out. We get a little bit more clean. We got to get the emulsion tube out. I'm surprised I got the jet out. Look at that. That is just nasty. We're just going to keep cleaning it. Let me see what I can, well, we'll see. Oh, my goodness. That's the emulsion tube. All right, we're going to dump those things in lacquer thinner. That's what they look like when they're clean with lacquer thinner, but we're going to put a little bit of acid for a little while and polish them up and then poke through them a little bit more. I can see there's oxidation and stuff.
All right, I'm back. Arch, if you ever view this, please do not don't hit me for taking a piss, man.
Still clogging the holes on the emulsion tube. All right, so this is basically the same kind of carburetor. It's a Huayi, Huayi, and this one is a Huayi, same thing. This came out pretty clean, fellas. A little bit of wear on that gasket, but it might work. Let's take this one apart. Let me clean this one up too. This one is working, and let's get this thing cleaned off. Now the other thing too is you see this. This is your part of your idle jet device, I guess you would say. Let me turn a little light on. And this little gasket down here, that little O-ring, that goes here, and that dried out, and so it broke. I always check stuff like that because you'll go to put it together, and then that will peel off and get stuck, and it won't work. Let's watch this guy and see how this guy comes out. All right, fellas, let's take a look. I just want to go over a couple of things. Now, this is the newer style tiny carburetors, Huayi. And so this one, because this is in a different position. Also, the primer port on ours is here, and then this one here is on the other side. But this one's in pretty nice shape, so we're going to hold on to it. We'll go over a couple of things. So I poked through all of these holes. And there's a lot of oxidation on this, so it may or may not work. There's even some oxidation down in there. And one of the things that we can do, hold on, let me set up for it. And what I did before is I took some of my acid, my light acid. And this time we're just going to use some tranny sauce, but I ran my light acid in here. So it's a type of a phosphoric acid, which is...
Arch, man. You may have already came out and said this. I don't remember though. What is the tranny fluid or the tranny sauce? Excuse me. Is it? I kind of half remember you saying something about it was. Well, it was kind of like a Marvel mystery oil, wasn't it? I don't know. I can't remember. It was kind of like a Marvel mystery oil with a little bit of some kind of like solvent, like a brake clean kind of substance or something. I don't know, man. You got to let me know.
It's basically the same crap you put in your mouth when you're drinking Coca-Cola and Diet Coke and everything. So I ran that in there and it cleaned it up pretty good. Let's just run this in here. I like the ones with the wood sticks better. Yeah, that should work. Let me blow it. And then there's a hole down in here. That's a vent. It's kind of a bowl vent. It's to stop. This whole passage here is a part of the phenolic adapter. It's to reduce the possibility of percolation, which would be vapor lock. Now, this was plugged. So this is a Takumi needle with the keeper on it. And I like to keep these because they always seem to fit so many of these little holes. This was plugged. So I ran that through. Okay, let me put a little gum out down in that. Blow it. You're not going to get everything mint, fellas, but
don't forget to like and subscribe to Arch's Garage.
I think this is pretty good. There's still a little bit of gack. So let's put a little bit of our tranny sauce on that. That'll help that gasket to seal and keep it nice. So we got that done. And so I just wanted to show you that. That's very useful. So this is the emulsion tube. Remember what it looked like. And of course, there are these little holes, which I went through already. And all of these little holes here. You know what I mean? I went through all of those, and of course down through the center. So that's done. So what we're going to do is we're going to put, and I also ran my Q-tip down there in a brush and blew it and rinsed it. Now that goes down. Let me get my little tool here. This is a Takumi tool. They make them in a few different sizes. Takum's 670377. It's a taper here. It's perfect for putting in seats. This one's a brass seat, but we'll just make sure that's in. It's down all the way, which it is. Now let's take, so this was the one that was kind of oxidized, came out of our carb. But I think we should take the one that's better from that other carburetor. Right, let's put that in. Let's see if we get it to work, right? And I grabbed it on one end so there'd be a burr there on this pin. Seems to be moving in pretty good. There we go. Yeah, it went in. Looks like it's fitting about right. Let's check to see if it seals up. I'll blow. Feels about right. All right, we'll check it again when we're done. All right, now, both of these bowls are in pretty good shape, but this one actually is fine. All right, so this is the face, the choke, and this is the throttle, and I put it over here, okay, in this lineup. Let's just tighten that up. It should be 10 millimeter. And you can always reach in there and adjust it. And then this guy See here, that's your bowl drain. And you want to make sure you free that up. Ours is pretty nasty, but we want to make sure we free it up. Okay. Now we want to put this back in, which is that's actually our idle jet. It's an orifice tube. And again, taking this guy, I cleaned it pretty good. You don't want to stick this in lacquer thin or anything. Let's see if it'll go in. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes there is no hole there. Let's see, this is the original. Yeah, there may not be a hole. Let's see if I can see it. Yeah, like one of the smallest ones I have. It's the size of a pin. It really is tiny. And you can break these real easy too. I don't know, will this one grab it? It may not. Unless if you grab it on the side. We just want to stick it in there, see if we can get it in. It's so small. Yeah, I think we can grab it. Be real careful with this. You can also leave it in some acid. I forgot to do that. You know, a really fine pin might do it. Yeah, she's starting to go in. There we go. It's in. We just want to make sure that it's clear. Okay, we blow it out. Again, a little bit of phosphoric acid. Your best bet. And we want to put a little bit of lubricant on it anyway. This is, again, the tranny sauce. It will not hurt any of these O-rings. So the other one, we broke an O-ring, but this is the one from that spare carburetor. And there goes the flat, right? That flat goes up against this flat here, this little detent, and just press it in. And it's in. Now we can put this screw in. So this is a regular screw type Phillips, and this has got one of them specialty cam action. So let's just put this guy in. So we're going to go in all the way. It's about 5 turns, I seem to remember. We'll go all the way in, lightly touch off. Right, then I got a mark on my screwdriver. Go here. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll do 4.5. I like it sticking out a little bit more. I want a little bit more sort of idle throttle. You know, give it that oomph. It's also getting older. They may have an issue. Those are our extra parts, fellas. Let me clean up. And remember, this was all stuck. So a little bit of lube on everybody. You're working good. All right, we can wipe it off. And we're going to go install it. And I'll give you some tips on that in a bit. Let me straighten up, put my toys away. All right, so this is the best routing I can come up with. It's tight. Oh, you want to check to make sure your throttle's opening. Okay. And this would have gone over here, but they changed it. They must have changed it. It just goes down. To stop.
Listen.
This whole passage here.
I want to apologize for the moments of silence there. I had to go do some stuff there real quick. So Arch, rebuilding carbs. I don't know if you, man, I like almost everyone that watches me or that will probably watch me has done this 9 million times. Arch, bro, I love you. I really do. Like, I've never met Arch before in my entire life. 37 years. Never met him face to face. I don't know this man for real. But my experience with him, I have zero reason at all to not trust him. I have nothing at all bad to say. If you're unaware of him, go check him out. Arch's Garage. And but we've seen carburetors 9 million times. He actually, thinking about it, he even said, I think in his last live stream or the one before that, he had said that he's like, I'm gonna be putting out a bunch of carburetor videos here real soon. So just get used to it. And I feel him, like I think he got some kind of sponsorship or something. So this is work. He's doing carburetor videos because it's work, and I can't be mad at the man for that, So we're gonna with that being said, we're gonna skip through this. He's got it running now.
Go let it run. Let it warm up. I'm using the choke on. Got it.
I put some chain wax all up in here on that mechanism. on the wires, the terminals, and then down behind this pivot here, behind there, let me show you. When you grab the cord here, the wire, you can see it works nice. Everything works really nice. We'll get in here in a little bit, but let me get the cover on now, and then we'll work on this handle. We're going to figure out what's going on with that in a bit. All right, so I got this in and the other one on that side. Then I put these two up here, but I realized you got to take this one back out, screw this black piece in. You can probably just put this on first and lay it down. But now that I got it in, right, it looks like it lays nice. We can put that screw back, and then we'll work this in. Remember, this is all lubricated, so we should be okay. Everything looks really good. So we'll get that on, and then I can figure out what to do with the handle. I'm sorry, fellas, I forgot to show you, but this ring goes down first, and then there's this inner ring. Okay, and so when this ring goes down first, one little screw in the front, hold it. And then this ring here goes on with these bolts. Then this piece and this piece get bolted together. And somebody had the washers the wrong way. So you see where I put the washers on the inside. Now this seems to be working pretty good. We want to make sure this is going all right. We still got to come back for a final, but here's what I did here. So let me show you. So this I had outside. So this comes all the way back nice. It just had to bend this out a little bit. And then you've seen these. These are on a lot of the lawnmowers. So that's just a stop I like to save because otherwise it would flop all the way over. We already had this piece here and this. So we tested the actuation. So I like to save these. This is a nice beefy one. And then these locks, I'll show you more about that. So these little locks you can get on Amazon. And this one has the Z-bend on it. And you just adjust it up so that there's like no play. This is one that broke, so I just use it as an extra stop to take, hold it a little bit better, And then I'll cut this in a little bit. Okay, we'll probably drape that through there and cut it. Let's bring
stuff like that. Stuff like that's the reason why I watch stuff, because this is not this right here. Will I be able to? Man. Yeah. So this kind of stuff right here. This is why I watch a lot of people, a lot of the like the Mechanitubers. This is why I watch. So this is not necessarily a factory upgrade or option or a fix. It may be something that's suggested from the factory. Like if you were to call them and be like, "Hey, I'm having this problem," like to a technician, that technician might give you something like this. But this is the reason why I watch these videos, because rather than calling the technician, I can just watch Archie's Garage do the thing. Little stuff like this here and there.
E-bend on it, and you just adjust it up so that there's like no play. This is one that broke, so I just use it as an extra stop to take, hold it a little bit better, And then I'll cut this in a little bit. Okay, we'll probably drape that through there and cut it. Let's bring it out and give it another test and see. It feels like it has a little bit.
Hell yeah, Arch. What's he got? He's gonna. Yep, here we go. He's gonna pull it outside. I don't know. We'll just let it play.
The slack. So we want to make sure. And by the way, and if that belt starts to stretch or whatever, we have this thing here. We can put it into another hole, so you can come a little bit closer over here or over here. Okay. So there's some adjustability. I think that looks pretty good. Let's get it outside. It's getting late. The sun's going down. These are some of the ones that I keep. All these extras, right? There's a lot of them are short. There's some more here. I got to put them away. But look, I like to keep them in this old Craftsman bag, right? Catcher. Isn't it nice? Right? This is like the instruct.
All right, let's bring it in. Working good.
There we go. Back up a little bit.
You really didn't even need the choke. It's not moving. Keep digging up the lawn. All right, let's bring it in. Working good.
Why does it keep digging up the lawn like that? Oh my goodness, look what it does. Yeah, I guess I can't use it.
Hopefully y'all can hear that. For me, the he's digging up the lawn because the machine itself sits too low. I have an electric like Snow Joe, I think it's what it's called or whatever. It's a snowblower, but it's just electric. And even then I had to take and weld some shoes, some like ski shoes. on there, and yeah, like that would be he would I don't know he might be trying to sell this, so he wants to sell it as like a factory thing, like as it is, but for me, I would, even if I was trying to sell it, I would take and there should be on either side of where the blade's at, there should be some like skid plates, I guess is what they would be called. I would take them off and weld what like some you can get like two I don't know. I think the ones that I got are say about 5 inches by I don't know 12 or something like that. Flat pieces of metal, and on one end you just like bend one nose up like a ski, and yeah, just weld that on there, and then bolt those skid plates back on. Should be fine. I don't know. I don't know if this model of Craftsman snowblower. I'm not familiar with this kind of stuff, so I don't know if this model has the ski shoes or whatever, like the skid plates, and it doesn't look like it.
On my lawn, huh? It needs some kind of a skid system. All right, let's get out of here. The sun's going down. It's freezing.
Yeah, see right there.
So this is the screw I was talking about, or the choke. It really didn't even need the choke. Everything looks good. Look at how it looks underneath here. I think it looks real good. A little oil and some chain wax on that. Also in here, because this moves, fellas, right? See? So, and this got cleaned last time. Get that rock out. So all that's lubricated. I think I put a little bit of chain wax on that spring. That'll keep the springs from rotting too. And I think we're good underneath here. We don't need to do anything else. All right, I got what I could in here. They're nylon bearings, but I put a little oil and chain wax in there. Same thing with this. I see there was some scratching going on. I think things got a little bit bent, but it looks pretty good overall. Right, we'll try to get some more in there. It's not doing it anymore. See. Also, because I took this and I bent it over, what I like to do is grab one of these big guys and you just kind of get in here and just kind of pull everything over. You got to hold on to it good. So I think we're good there. It's so common because you're twisting and doing your thing. It's common on every system, every snowblower, and this is thin metal. What I like though, unlike the plastic one that I'm going to be working on next, this is all welded steel tub where it counts, and then plastic everywhere else. All right, I think that's it, fellas. Well, it just goes to show you, fellas, this is in the garbage. People throw stuff out. They throw nice stuff out. I think this little red handle that worked out pretty good.
Not a bad one, Arch. Gotta say, man. Weld some. I don't know. You probably already sold that machine, but I would weld like a little skid plate thing, like some little shoes, like I was saying with my snowblower. Let's see. Jessica's still alive. Let's see what she's got. Fuck, my bad. I don't know. I've been blowing that right in the microphone. Are you worried about Hogwarts herps? I take that as there was a deleted stream 2 days ago, 1 day ago, something like that. I just watched it last night. So there was a deleted stream on Lord Cobra's channel that was very Hogwarts centric. Ugh. Free track? What? Oh no. Okay, so I don't know, boomer moment, I guess. You guys haven't been seeing what I've been looking at for the past I don't know how long now, because it opened in a new window. Yeah, I don't know. It's a long story, man. It's a long story, man. Let's see what we got here. I think maybe, I don't know. I don't need food. I don't need to eat, but let's watch some Chad. Man, I haven't watched. So, Bad Chad. I haven't watched. I'm subscribed, but I haven't watched for a long time. And then same for Vice Grip. It just seemed. Listen, so Vice Grip moved from Minnesota to Tennessee, and like I like the dude. I really do like Derek. You know, we don't know each other, but I really do like him. And which he moved from Minnesota to Tennessee, and he got a whole bunch of like deals and partnerships and all kinds of stuff. And his content is the same, really, as it always has been. So I don't have no reason at all to feel negative about the dude, and I don't. I just, since he's made it to a certain point, I'm like, man, I don't know. It just don't feel the same, you know. It just don't feel the same. I'm still subscribed, so I'm doing that much at least. But yeah. And then Sitch and Adam, they're political people. Man, same kind of deal. Same kind of deal. Dankula, love that dude. Not super. So I had already heard. We'll go into
the sieges of Ruby Ridge and Waco were horrifying.
So the thing that Dank's talking about right now, there was a dude somewhere, I can't remember, and he had some disagreement with the government, which, you know, if you're American, he disagreed with the government like everyone does. But he actually had done something about it, you know, like there was some kind of case they had the government filed a case against this guy, and he said, "Go fuck yourself," and sort of walled off, not like actually walled off, but kind of walled off verbally, like, "This is my property. If you make it past this point, I'm gonna shoot you." And that's kind of what Dank's talking about here.
I've already spent the length of a movie talking about how horrifying they were, and while I only touched on Waco a little bit, I'm sure that there's another much longer and much more in-depth video in the pipeline to dive properly into that dumpster fire. That was the wrong phrase to use. But the point is, we're all very familiar with the incompetence and malice of three-letter agencies. Since it's January and the start of a new year, I thought that we could begin the year with a bit of a white pill. Another situation where a family and the cops found themselves staring into the barrels of each other's guns. Except this time, the cops blinked. The longest armed standoff in American history. John Joe Gray.
It was a pretty long time. Yeah, 15-year standoff. I had heard about this a little while ago, but I don't know. I guess listen, Danky he's Scottish, obviously. You just heard him talk, and he, like a lot of other YouTubers, will take January off. A lot of the other tubers that actually make money from YouTube.
Please leave a like and a comment on this video because it really helps me in the algorithm. John Joe Gray was very much the rural American stereotype. He was a self-employed carpenter, a very devout Christian, and a believer in a very goofy brand of politics. Gray was a sovereign citizen, which is rather cringe, but he was still certainly no David Koresh. Sovereign citizens are kind of like the right-wing equivalent of hippies. But instead of touting an embarrassing lack of understanding of anarchism like Redditors do, sovereign citizens have a very harebrained take on common law. But before we get started, this video is brought to you by Mondly. If your New Year's resolution is to learn a new language, then you can use my link in the description box down below, or go to mondly.app/CountDankula to get a huge discount of 96% off for a lifetime purchase. Mondly is a language learning app, but not just any language learning app. Mastering a new language doesn't have to be a daunting task. Mondly is fun, fast, and easy, but don't be fooled by how simple and effective it is. It uses solid neuroscience combined with cutting-edge technologies to get you talking new languages faster than anyone else. Mondly makes it possible for you to learn a new language, not because you have to, but because it's genuinely fun. Using gamification strategies in a good way coupled with advanced language learning technologies, Mondly will help you learn languages quickly and effectively. It helps you focus on phrases and not individual words, which is not only faster but more natural. By focusing on common phrases, you will start memorizing the most common words, form sentences, and take part in conversations in minutes, not hours. Listening to fluent speakers is a huge step for correct pronunciation, so Mondly works with professional fluent voiceover actors for flawless pronunciations and natural accents. You will solidify your knowledge by using a unique repetition system. Mondly uses tested and effective intervals for repetition that will help you to quickly learn new languages. So repetition is key, but it doesn't have to feel repetitive. With Mondly, you have access to 41 foreign languages from 33 native languages, resulting in a total of 1,320 language combinations. In other words, if your mother tongue is Romanian and you want to learn English, French, or more or less popular languages such as Farsi, Catalan.
All right, Danky, let's what we got here, bro? I'm glad for the ad, and I really wish deep pockets for Danky. I do, but we're gonna.
So, refusing any and all government support, Gray was active in the local community in his own way. He served as a colonel in the Texas Constitutional Militia, which was founded on the first anniversary of Waco. And true to his beliefs, Gray was commissioned by no authority other than his own. He was also involved in the Republic of Texas movement, though he did leave that after deciding, and I quote, "They was not of God, they did not go of God's ways." Now, the militia LARPing and social security card shredding doesn't mean that Gray and his family respected no authority at all. They all had driver's licenses and their vehicles were registered with plates. However, these were all issued by a church named the Kingdom of Heaven. Why a church would bother with such things, I have
Wait, what?
no idea. But these licenses and plates are obviously not legally recognised at all. And the authorities home in on these things like Scottish banknotes. And Gray was actually cited for using one of these licenses. However,
was this dude a sovereign citizen? I might have to back it up. Hang on.
Gray home in on these things. that into actually bringing a lifetime purchase. Show them some love. Click the link. Now,
Let's
just
go
for a
from here.
little bit of clarity, sovereign citizens are not quite libertarians. They are kind of close, and there's a lot of overlap in the things that we...
Sovereign citizen. All right, so before Danky gets into his spiel, so from what I know of a sovereign citizen, they're confused at best on how the law actually works, and they, since like the 90s or something like that in America, they've been confusing stuff. And I say confusing just because, so how the law currently works, to my understanding, is not how it applies to them. And I don't know. He may be, we'll see. He may be.
We believe in, but sovereign citizens are a lot more annoying about it. They're the Jehovah's Witnesses of libertarians. That's the best way to put it. Look, guys, I'm sorry. I'm trying my best not to make fun of you. Like, we love that energy. We love that spirit. But can we put all of that into actually bringing about the change instead of pretending that the change already exists?
Church.
So, in the spirit of his ideology, Gray and the rest of his family opted out of society by cutting up their social security cards and posting the pieces to the Social Security Administration. So, refusing any and all government support, Gray was active in the local community in his own way. He served as a colonel in the Texas Constitutional Militia, which was founded on the first anniversary of Waco. And, true to his beliefs, Gray was commissioned by no authority other than his own. He was also involved in the Republic of Texas movement, though he did leave that after deciding, and I quote, "They was not of God, they did not go of God's ways." Now, the militia LARPing and social security card shredding doesn't mean that Gray and his family respected no authority at all. They all had driver's licenses and their vehicles were registered with plates. However, these were all issued by a church named the Kingdom of Heaven. Why a church would bother with such things, I have no idea. But these licenses and plates are obviously not legally recognized.
So I understand that Danky here is Scottish, so he might not understand American rule, but I don't know, he's not wrong really in his statement. Like a church shouldn't really be trying to do that. There's separation of church and state for a reason. So a church cannot issue something that supersedes the law, but also in the same turn, to my understanding, if we're applying all things equal, the state can't issue things, against the church. So, I don't know.
At all. And the authorities home in on these things like Scottish banknotes. And Gray was actually cited for using one of these licenses. However, Gray did not show up to court. In the business, we call this foreshadowing. So Gray didn't like the government. But despite being a sovereign citizen, he managed to scrape together just enough self-awareness to figure out that the government might not particularly like him either, though not for his non-compliance. Gray thought that the government would have it out for him because, and I quote, "I've put out literature about the New World Order and what's going on." And what was going on? Well, apparently, and these are Gray's words, not mine, we all know Obama is a Muslim, but God put him in
Big Mike
office. God wants us to turn back to his way. The Gray family also had a few thoughts about the American education system, and Gray's wife Alicia homeschooled the children because, as she put it, "There's no way I want to see my grandchildren in the public school system. All they're being taught, let me put this as nicely as I can, is how to be a homo. It's not right." If that's her putting it nicely, I'd love to see her angry. But yeah, Gray figured that he had kicked the hornet's nest just enough.
Please.
For the government to want to, let's just say, make a scene. But that was a risk he was willing to take. "We are prepared to die for what we believe in," Gray said, as feds all over the country simultaneously creamed themselves. But just in case an event arose where the authorities would decide to oblige Gray, he had a refuge set up to improve his chances of sticking it to the man. Something of a compound in the form of a 47-acre ranch in Trinidad, Texas, which is about 60 miles southeast of Dallas and an hour's drive away from Waco. Being off the grid, the place had no electricity or running water, so the Grays kept the place warm and lit with wood-burning heaters and kerosene lamps. And they got their water from Trinity River, which was accessible from the property. Everything they had to eat was grown on site, such as beans, potatoes, corn, squash, tomatoes, and peppers. And for protein, the Grays would shoot game and keep chickens and goats. They also kept 2 donkeys for ploughing the 15 acres that don't flood every so often. But being so close to the water meant that the family was also able to catch carp, catfish, and drum in the river. But while meat was also on the table, it had to be salted after slaughter and kept in glass jars in lieu of refrigeration. And in case all of that wasn't enough, the compound was also stocked with a 2-year supply of provisions. The Greys were so self-sufficient that even their clothes were all homemade, with the exception of one notable accessory, a holster.
So I didn't know any of this stuff about this case. For real, the only thing that I knew was just that this dude had some kind of case against the government, and the government was mad about it, and there was a standoff. Props to Count Dankula, man. For real. Always props to Count Dankula.
Everyone in the compound was strapped, even Grey's grandchildren, once they were, as Grey put it, old enough. Adding to the vibe of civil resistance and fanatical adherence to castle doctrine were the abundance of signs along the fences and gates of the property. The messages were very varied, reading stuff like, disobedience to tyranny is obedience to God, the God of Freemasonry isn't the God of the Bible, and vaccinations equal annihilation. What awful, inflammatory, and terrible things to say. That's
terrible, inflammatory things, YouTube.
That's just awful. In case these signs didn't make the message clear enough, the Greys even had their very own Tree of Liberty. There was also an upside-down American flag. For those of you who don't know, an upside-down American flag is a distress signal. Though, in this case, I think it was more of a statement about the current state of the country than a sign that the compound was in trouble. For now. But just in case any trouble did arise, there was also a bunker and sandbags with a sign that said, kids inside. Because the cops obviously give a shit. Life in the compound wasn't easy, of course, and with hard living came harsh discipline, which was perhaps a little too biblical and old-fashioned. Corporal punishment was used very liberally on the resident children, though Grey's son Jonathan had a line that said, "You're not supposed to leave bruises on a kid." Personally, I would place the line before putting hands on children full stop, but maybe that's just me wanting to raise a well-adjusted child, have a good relationship with them, and not be left to rot in a home when I get old. One of Grey's daughters, Elizabeth, once had to sleep in the snow for 2 months after setting a van on fire by, and I quote, smoking where I weren't supposed to. Now, as a former little shit, I might be a little bit biased when I say this, but that is taking things a little bit more than too far. But while the Greys' discipline is rather medieval, it was nothing compared to the potential punishment that would later be on the horizon. On the Christmas Eve of 1999, Grey was a passenger in a truck in Anderson County where a state trooper stopped them for speeding. The standard song and dance ensued. Do you know how fast you were going? License and registration, please, etc., etc. But things took a little bit of a turn when the cop noticed high-powered rifles in the truck and the pistol in Grey's shoulder holster. Allegedly, that pistol of Grey's was being carried illegally, which, considering Grey's stance on the government and paperwork, I don't really struggle to believe. So the trooper asked the classic, "You got a permit for that?" And Grey replied with, "No, sir, it's my God-given right to carry." I mean, he's right.
He is very correct. I don't know, man. Like, just something, regardless of whoever listens to this, in America, we have, as a people, the right, under any given circumstance, to bear whatever arms are necessary to face the opponent. Period. Full stop. It's not a discussion. We're not asking. I mean, there are reasonable limits, I suppose, but yeah, no, that's how it be.
But that doesn't really do you any favors to say that to a police officer. The occupants of the truck were then asked to get out of the vehicle, and the driver was sensible enough to comply. However, Grey refused, so he was removed from the truck. The state trooper didn't take too kindly to this, and a little bit of a scuffle ensued. But surprisingly, the trooper didn't mag dump into Grey, even when Grey allegedly made a grab for his firearm. Another thing that really does you no favours around a police officer. Grey clearly wasn't handling the situation well, and he really bit off more than he could chew. As he recalled, "They pulled a gun on me, and the other cop said, 'If you don't go down, I'm going to blow your head off.' Next thing I knew, his wrist came in my mouth, and I just bit down on him. And if becoming patient zero of swine flu wasn't enough, Gray also said that he was pepper sprayed 3 times before being arrested. The truck was then searched, which led to the discovery of some rather spicy material, such as Gray's propaganda leaflets and a letter saying that he intended to blow up an overpass. The fact
that did not win him any favors, I guarantee it.
That Gray's views had earned him a bit of a reputation among local law enforcement made the discovery of this letter a little bit concerning. Gray claimed that he had acted in self-defense and he refused to show up to court again, believing that the judicial system was corrupt and out to get him. Well, the judicial system is corrupt and it kind of was looking to get him because he was charged with 2 felonies, assaulting an officer and trying to steal an officer's firearm. That wasn't very Christmassy of them, but Gray was bailed out the following January, but only just. The judge was very, very concerned about a few things. The spicy documents found in the car that Gray claimed weren't his, a previous arrest for being armed at the Capitol in Austin that Gray claimed didn't happen, and a bunch of phone calls threatening an attack on the jail if he wasn't released, which Gray said was just someone trying to set him up. So, just a few concerning things. Ultimately, the cops thought that moving against Gray seemed to be a dangerous endeavour. So, to mitigate some of the risk, bail was offered on the condition that no one in the compound kept any firearms on the property, because, and I quote, "I don't want these officers to go out there and have to arrest him at his compound and be confronted by a bunch of firearms." In May of the year 2000, Gray skipped bail because he was afraid that the felony...
Wow, shit, listen, we're going to skip forward. There was a raid and, dude's kid died. Like a couple of his kids. I think the police shot one of his daughters, his wife, and like a baby. And don't get me wrong, that's that shouldn't be happening. Like, period, plain simple. It just really should not be happening. It's just bad. There's nothing, there's no excuses for it. There's no reason. They took this dude and they tried to enforce the law really as it's supposed to be enforced. Dude was trying to operate outside the given system, and the given system is not, it's not perfect. And there's a bunch of things that can be better, but that's the system that we live in. You have to live in the world that you live in. You can't live in some ideological fairy tale. You can't live in the past. You have to live right now. So that means that you should be the best. You should be the best version of yourself to face the world that you live in and come out on top, be successful. That's what that means. And so, yes, this dude was technically, I won't say breaking the law, because he wasn't. He was skirting the law. He was a pain. I don't know the man personally, so I can't tell you whether or not he was good or bad, but he was living life the way he felt necessary, and I can't hate him for that. And but also on that same hand, there is a rule and law, and you kind of have to follow that to a point. My dad, who was a police officer, by the way, always told me, you don't have to follow every law. You don't have to abide by every law. It's not about whether or not you break the law. It's about whether or not you get caught. That's the most important point, is whether or not you get caught. And when you get caught, you should face the responsibility of your action. For sure, because you got caught. So don't get caught. And this dude put up the good fight, and as from what I'm aware, he won it. The police backed off, unfortunately, after they killed most of his family. that it for sure will to bring it back around. That's not cool under any circumstance, you know. But yeah. So there's Yankee Doodle Dandy. Oh, look at him. Yeah. What did I click? Take me back to the homepage, please. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's going to be it for this one. I'm a little hungry and a bit inebriated, and I fear that I'm going to have to go to the store to get the thing that which will slake my lust. So yeah. I guess we'll see you next time.